fans. Feel free to check us out on Instagram for quicker fun farming adventures in one photo. Or two, maybe. We're out here having a blast, picking up some round bales. You didn't see me make these round bales, but you saw when I was cutting that they had something going in them that wasn't very grassy. Let's just say all hay looks better in a bale, especially a round bale. I figured out what that weed was. It is either white heath aster or bushy aster. It's in the aster family. It makes a small white flower, and it'll flower end of August into early September. And that may be why it's spread, is because this field was cut in July, and unfortunately I didn't get to make a second cutting back here. I don't know if it regrew that well. In fact, the front section we did second cut on. This property, it's a big one. There's 17 acres back here in the flat, and out front is flat also, but it's up by the house. Maybe 5, but a long, long time ago there was cattle run here, and the cattle always got fed out front, so there's a lot more manure nutrients in the soil up front. And typically, at least for cutting mixed grass around here in July, it can be dicey whether there's enough volume to make second cut worthwhile. So I didn't cut it back here. If I would have cut, I would have cut it off mid-bloom before it went to seed. So we made some round bales, we cut it off before it bloomed. Hopefully it doesn't try to regrow and bloom again. If not, we will be, hopefully, I want to. There's a lot of things I want to do, a lot of things to get to. I would be thrilled to plow this field because it is so rough back here from cattle. Plow it, fertilize it, seed it into something nice, and make a lot of nice hay on a flat property where the bales won't roll away. It's just that it's prone to excessive wetness. I left this tractor in the barn here, and apparently it was right underneath the spot where the birds like to park themselves and relieve themselves. So we're collecting hay. Anybody guess how much hay we can haul in one load? We don't have a gooseneck, but this whole setup corner is just about as well. Yeah, only behind the truck I'm pulling one hay wagon and the bale wagon. Behind the tractor I more frequently will pull 2 hay wagons and the bale wagon. However, this field is close enough to home, only 2 miles or so, that I feel confident or safe enough that the loader tractor will make it here without me getting off and pushing too much. I just need to break down and spend the $8,000, take this to Hare's machine in Kansas and let them rebuild the hydro. It's not any of the pressure relief valves because it gets sluggish and weak in both directions. I mean, I've heard there's some adjustments to make. However, from what I gather, typically, yeah, forward will seem weak because most of the time we're pulling heavy loads forward, not backward. However, it seems to be that it doesn't matter whether I'm forward or reverse, it needs some help. Of course, yesterday I got very annoyed stacking round bales in the barn with a bucket loader, and it was either wanting a new barn or a skid steer. Really, I'm looking for a skid steer, and I've voiced that many times. I gotta keep loading this hay up and selling it so I can afford that skid steer. So you can hear me gripe about my desire for a skid steer for a while, but unfortunately, we make the farm pay for itself. If there's any YouTube money, it's not going to a skid steer just yet. We gotta be at this a while longer. You know, we're not like those big channels with 100,000 out here having fun. Now, who's gonna gripe about me not having a bale spear? I mean, I would love that. However, that limits me to only touching the end of the bale. And then, we'll see when I get to the very end of loading, putting the very last bale on this bale wagon is very high. Or when I'm stacking bales 3 high in the barn, I need all the lift height I can get. And then when I start spearing a bale 18 inches higher than lifting underneath it, that uses the last little bit of lift height that I desperately need. I say loading with the loader is much nicer. You know, we don't want to get these too close to the center for what we're about to do. I want to make sure I have enough room to stack bales like I want. Now, do you really believe this? We're going to get 27 bales on that getup. 2 on the truck, those are done. Those are the easiest to unload. 8 on the hay wagon. And then 17 on that bale wagon. It's probably a good thing that the family friend I borrowed this from, I don't think they watch my YouTube videos, but if they do, thank you for letting me use this, and I haven't broken it, and I know I need to buy one of these myself instead of borrowing yours. But we got a good trade. The same farmer borrows our cattle trailer, except I don't think he's hauling 10 cattle on a bumper pull trailer like I'm hauling a bunch of brown bales. Now we're not overloading this. This one's built well. As you can see down low, it has extra support to the framing. This thing you could probably haul 10 wet bales on real easily. And they have heavy fenders over the wheels that you can stack hay over the wheels. That's how we make this 17 bales happen. Oh, that was not fun. I didn't want to do that. We're going to tip it back. That's the only disappointing part about not having a hay spear on the loader. Now come on, keep tipping. Is that if I tip the loader too far forward, I will lose the bale off the front of the forks. But this little thing right here pales in comparison to how much fun I had yesterday, which good thing I didn't have the camera, nor was I filming. The good news, bad news is we got a little bit of rain. The bad news is the rain hit while I was loading bales. I was rushing to get out of the field. And I didn't give myself enough room making the turn out of the field. I dropped the back tire in the ditch and then proceeded to dump most of this side of the bale wagon in the ditch. Yeah, that was lovely. I was not a proud moment. Good thing I didn't have the camera. And y'all missed out on that. So at least I avoided showing off every single mishap we have, which seems to be a daily occurrence. But nothing happens when you're sitting inside or machines are in the barn. Man, I've gotten too good at this. So we've already taken 27 bales off the front half of this field. There's 8 or 10 in that short section, and then behind those trees there's some more. And that back section I kind of picked and choose about half the field in the one front corner that was very nice clean grass, and extracted some square bales and then round baled the rest. Now I'm kicking myself for not being able to make square bales, because rounds are kind of like giving hay away. However, it is easy to, let's say, hide or remove weeds. Now it doesn't look stemmy from here, or weedy. And it probably doesn't even look that bad when you're up close to it, but you know, when you're mowing you can see it more. The goal is to have the bales lean in. They're not totally pressed up against the middle, so that way when I stack on top, they'll be leaning into the bales on top. We'll set one more on the hay wagon, and then we're gonna run off. With the tractor, I'll set you guys stationary so you don't have to listen to me yik-yak about all my problems. And you can just watch me have problems instead, right? You don't want to know how many years we've been using this setup. Now, the forks are nice because I can get a bale crossways instead of stamming it from the end. Now, how far do we go? The biggest thing is to not have the bale in the bucket too far so we can let it out nicely. Doesn't look like quite enough overhang, so we'll give it a little bit of a nudge. The bales are 5 foot wide, it's an 8-foot wagon bed. They'll hang over about a foot on each side. We'll get 6 on the deck, and then we'll use 2 on top to tie them in, because this is team no strap. Who needs to tie anything down? We'll just use physics in our favor. And I don't know if straps would have held when I put that wheel in the ditch. It probably wouldn't have made any difference, because with a stack that tall and the straps, it would have busted the straps most likely. Well, we're not even halfway there. Now it's time to film the fun action from afar. Okay, that's 18 bales. I don't know how I feel about this back one. I'm feeling like it could take a roll on its own real easy. I've never done that before, but I was feeling wild and crazy, so I tossed a bale up there. Let's see if it makes it out of the field. The field's gonna be the roughest part, if you hadn't noticed, based on the loader forks bouncing, which that's partly because the mount across the top, it got bent. I don't know how. I don't know when. I probably know how. And it was actually during a time of taking the forks off. So it's bent. They can't see it. So we welded these pads on that were supposed to hit against the edge of the bucket there. But if we look close, I mean, it's not touching because this top edge of the bucket got bent back. So at some point the bucket was being tipped forward with the forks on, and I think the forks hit the ground and the bucket was still tipping and bent this whole top piece, which we tried to reinforce a long time ago when we put the mount on for the forks. So they look extra bouncy because they're not touching the bucket. All the weight's up top, and I was hoping eventually that it would bend this back out, but it hasn't. It hasn't straightened itself. And that's what makes it really annoying, because the bucket has to be tipped more than I remember, because the forks stick up compared to the bottom of the bucket, so I gotta tip the bucket more than I used to. Well, we gotta go get 6 more bales to put on the hay wagon, and then we're out of here. Or
5, and we'll see if that one stays on. I'm gonna go push on it. Well, that is a load with a loader tractor in the way. Oh yeah. I tossed that one round bale off the back. I didn't like it. I didn't feel confident that it would stay there without strapping. And we're team no strap. So we have 2, 8 more makes 10, and then 17 makes 27. I guess some people might be able to get that on a gooseneck. Could be a little longer. You know, the hay wagon is 16 foot plus a hitch. And then the bale wagon is a solid 25 foot long plus the hitch, so we got plenty of length. It's fun. Let's get out of here. Isn't this kind of like one of those views where they use in like advertising bits where you're down low, the truck's turned, and the wheels are turned? Well, now the fun part. Let's see if this stays on across this bumpy field. This right here is why I wish this thing had like a 300 straight 6. Can you see that? Doing a whopping 550, 600 RPM. And we're testing out this 5.4 V8 gas. You know, you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, I'd say we're lugging it low, lower than it wanted to. But I coaxed it to get it moving. Now this is where the Ford 300 straight 6 would excel. Now it's not a racing engine, but it's got low end pulling torque, and while it's only 300 cubic inches, you'd be surprised what you could do. You know, it might not get up to 55 or 60 or 65 the fastest, but it'll get you out of the stoplight, and this is where we're at now. We're gonna creep out of the stoplight. If we look in the mirror, hopefully you can kind of see, you know, the bales and the wagons rocking, because this is not a flat field, so we gotta creep it out of here. We're getting the most of our creeper gear. Oh yeah. And I haven't driven too many power strokes, but I wonder if that diesel V8 could creep along like this, take the low RPM. If the gas ever decides to die on us, which it's been very maintenance free, you know, plugs, had to replace 1 coil, oil changes, mostly bare minimum stuff, low maintenance. Would be to find a straight 6 diesel to put in this. Then I could haul way more than I could ever stop. That's why we got 2 bales on the back, but we're probably not going to go much more than 30 miles an hour. I don't know how much we think these weigh. If they weigh, we'll say 800 pounds. Hopefully that makes math easy. 27 times 800 pounds is difficult math. That's like 22,000. It's a little over 20,000 pounds. Plus the weight of the trailers. So yeah, we're in the 22,000 pound range. There's 2 bales on the back. Now, I have not weighed one of these bales to know what we've got going on behind us. But we can get the load moving, that's all that matters. We're not spinning tires. For a 5x5, I know they're not the heaviest bale, but it's the baler that's paid for. And it's fairly low maintenance. Oil the chains and we roll. Doo-doo-doo. That's gonna be, I know, we're gonna be driving forever to get out of this field. Now we're coming up on, I gotta make a right turn here, but we're gonna be making a giant, okay, I have to make a left. So I'm gonna make a giant right turn to get out of here because of the fences. That's the nice thing about the bale wagons, it'll turn on a dime. So we're gonna come through here, and then we're gonna circle wagons right. I don't know if we can see that mirror very well. I hope this isn't too bouncy up here. About touch our tail probably. I could have gone around the barn, but this seemed faster and maybe slightly smoother doing it this way. How does it look in the mirror? I can't see that. I mean, I can see the mirror. The lower mirror, the wide angle is better. Oh, under 500. We're doing pretty good. I'm forcing it to work. Forcing. Oh, as long as we make this turn out of here. We're aiming right there between the trees. I still made this turn really wide making this loop. Maybe I didn't have to. We'll get close to the shrubbery. the briars. Okay, now it's time to shoot straight. Don't see any bales sitting over there in the field. Don't see any between us and the tractor. So we haven't lost any yet, but it's this last bit to the road, and some of it's my fault. That in the middle of winter 2 years ago, I was extracting some bales from over here. It wasn't as frozen as I thought. That didn't go well. Let's look in the mirror. We're gonna see how close we can get to that gate. Way too close. There's no fixing it now. We've committed. Part of what went awry leaving the field yesterday was I hit a fence post with the very back bale because I didn't swing wide enough, and pulled that bale, so that got him falling. Then I went in the ditch. Woo! Well, I'm debating on, do we see that it's going to take me 2 more minutes just to get to the road. It's got to creep and creep. No rush here. Low end torque. How many miles? Well, we've suffered this truck through almost 230,000 miles of abuse. It's put up with it. So that is fantastic. I'd buy another 04 250. It's not 04 anymore. Shame how things progress so fast. You can almost see the ruts I left. Right straight ahead. Yep, I did that. That made this really annoying to bale through. I'm hoping for some dumb reason that the edges of the field here by the fences are less bumpy. Hoping. I don't know if we can see the hay by the gate here on the left. That's where things went wrong. I was trying to pull out as it started to rain on me in a bit of a rush. So we got to get way over to the gate on that side. Way over. Hopefully that hay wagon misses. It is. Okay. This is where everything goes downhill quickly. I think the way we're lined up now, that back one will make it. Nobody's coming down the road. And we gotta swing wide into the ditch. Burn a bunch of clutch getting out of here to ease it out since I stopped. We're gonna go down in the ditchy ditch with the front of the truck. Swing it wide, which I didn't really do that very well yesterday. We're making it, we're making it. Oh yeah, that bale's still there. Tire's not even close to the ditch. A little low. Voila, we made it. Let's hit the road, Jack. Don't look back. Somebody gains a round bale in their front yard. Well, Merry Christmas in early August. We got a free round bale. Well, let's take these to their destination. Bales straight from the field to the end user.